It's a little scary how many people need to be reminded of this, but if you are a descendant of Africans who were enslaved in the Americas, your ancestors came from one of these regions, Mozambique or Madagascar. They did not come from Egypt. They did not come from Israel. They did not come from Australia, indigenous American lands.
All praises to Yahweh, Yahweh Shai, double honors to Apostle and Elders in New York, GMS. My name is Maya Ka'ala Bungad, Chicago branch of Great Millstone. All right, and you're just wrong. You spreading all types of disinformation. All right, you don't know what you're talking about. All right, so let's go right here quick to the scriptures. Hold on. All right. Okay, go right here. It says Deuteronomy 28. And it says right here, Deuteronomy 28 and 64. It says, "What that our people be scattered out of earth." All right. So we're going to end up in West Africa, North Africa, East Africa. All right. The reason why the majority of people end up there because in Africa, because of in 7 AD, the Romans burned Jerusalem. We fled to Africa among dark-skinned people. All right, so it go right there. You scatter all over the earth. All right, so we're not just limited to one place. Okay, you go right here. We've been recognized as Jews by the Obadiah Alliance. This is a legit rabbinical court. You can see right here, it's all over the internet, all over the news. It's even a Nigerian newspaper, Nigerian Voice. They go one on the rabbis. 60% of so-called African Americans are of Igbo descent. All right. So you don't know what you're talking about. All right. I'm probably gonna come back with a part 2. All right. So we got another right here from tablet newspaper. This is not a tablet. Billy Simmons. All right, gonna go down here. It says, however, the more well-known first recorded Jew of African descent, and we're not Africans, we're like basically talking about the dark persuasion. All right, melanated skin. It says in the United States was Billy Simmons in the 1850s, a scholar in both Hebrew and Arabic. All right, and also those Ashkenazi Jewish people, they didn't speak Arabic. Okay, so you can't run to that. All right, it said born in Madagascar in 1780, reportedly from a Jewish African tribe. I mean, an Israelite tribe that had their original phenotypes. All right, happened to live Africa. It claims supported by 2 cantors and other authorities. All right, he was purchased into slavery by white Jewish slave owners and brought to South Carolina, where he proceeded to become the first admitted member to a white shawl in Charleston, right? Because he was so into his Israelite culture, you couldn't deny that he was an Israelite. Now, you had other Israelite slaves, they had like little bits of their Israelite culture, where they had it orally, et cetera, man. Okay, so again, you'll know what you're talking about. All right. Let's see, what else? I'm gonna come back to this section later on. Let's go right here. All right, like I said, the Igbos and their descendants been recognized as Jews. We got another source from the Jewish Virtual Library.org. What does it say about the Igbo tribe, the Igbo? All right, so you can see right here. All right, pause and read that. You can see where I'm gonna read at the bottom. It appears, however, that Judaism and West African empires came to erupt in when Akisa Muhammad came to power and in 1419 ordered that all Jews convert to Islam or face explosion. All right, so they're going in West Africa. You talking about, you just came from there. It was like scattered all the earth. All right. Let me see. Persecution, trade, have been the major influence factors in how Jews migrated through Africa during the periods of Islamic persecution for purpose of trade. Jews moved from communities in Egypt, Ethiopia, Tunisia, and Morocco to more remote regions of North and West Africa. Trade routes to West Africa may have been established as early as the period in which David ruled Israel, and the term Tarshish, found in Tanakh, may refer to the Ivory Coast of Africa. Okay. It say may have been, all right, but anyway, the Israelites there. It says the decline of Jewish communities of West Africa can be traced to the arrival of Muslim invaders in 14th, 15th century. North and West African Jews banded with other local communities of Berbers, Christians, and Greeks to ward off the invaders, but eventually succumbed. Many were forced to convert to Islam, sold into slavery, or simply massacred. In the face of persecution, rich traditions such as Torah were lost. The Igbo Ben at Israel, was basically Ban Yashala. All right, that's how you say Israel in the real tongue. All right, Yashala, he prince of power. It says, maintain a strong oral tradition, practice means your cousin's secret. Record of these medieval Jewish communities can be found in Timbuktu, Mali. Islamic library indicated the presence of the Jewish family region before the arrival of Islam in the 1300s CE. You can see right here, they still practicing the customs. There's like customs, man. You know what you're talking about. Okay, so let's go right here. Let's go to this article. All right, you can't say, oh, this is Afrocentric and this and that. All right, this is like the LDHI library. All right. Let me see. Slavery continued the tension between low county native groups and Carolina Sanders when attempting to replicate the barbarian since plantation culture dependent on slave African labor, not African Israelites from tribal Jews. Carolina Sanders also enslaved significant numbers of American Indians, which are from the tribe of Gad. Settlers traded guns and manufactured goods to American Indians for deer skins and slaves, creating a cycle of debt dependency that often led to European trade abuses. And Barbadians were especially involved in developing American Indian slave trade in Carolina to the West Indies. All right. I'm going to skip down here. Other American Indians were held captive in Carolina. By 1720s, the Carolina census included 1,500 enslaved American Indians out of an estimated total population of colony of 17,000. Okay. So come on, man. Stop with the ignorance. So with that, shalom.